Welcome dear students of 6th standard. Today we will start a 8th chapter of your science, that is body movements. What are different movements in body? What are different movements in animals? That is called gait. What is gait of animals? Human body and its movements, different types of bones and their locations, that you will study in this chapter. So now let's see the first paragraph. Sit absolutely still. You have to sit absolutely still means you already know that your posture should be always correct. Observe the movements taking place in your body. You must be blinking your eyes time to time. Means when you are sitting, you think that you are not moving. But at that time also your eyes might be blinking, you might be listening, you might be also speaking. Sometimes you must be observing, you might be thinking. Some of the things will be continuously being working out. Observe the movements in your body as you breathe. You might obvious that you might be breathing also. There are so many movements that happens in your body. That is not only external movements but also internal movements takes place in our body. When you are writing in your notebook, which part of the body are you moving? Or when you turn and look at your friend, different parts of your body move when you turn, remain at the same place. When you are writing, you are moving only your hands. Sometimes you are moving your shoulders also, but most of the time only hands and elbows and ankle bones you are using. And when you are turning and looking at your friend, then your neck bone is moving. That different parts of the body move while you remain at the same place also. When you are sitting at one place, when you move backwards to talk to your friend, when you go see about the blackboard, when you go see to the face of your teacher, or you are looking outside the window, you might be turning your back part, you might be turning your shoulder and the neck bones in spite of moving the whole body. In this way you are moving and giving different movements to your body. If you are sitting also, you also move from one place to another. While sitting, while standing, you are doing different actions, but while going to one place to another, you can go by walking or running or jumping. You get up and go to the teacher, and you go to the school compound. You also go to washroom often. You also go home after the school. So in that, what you do, you walk, you run, sometimes you skip, you also jump and move from one place to place. So in this way, various types of movements is you are experiencing in your daily life, and you are doing it by your own, right? Let us see how animals also move from place to place by filling up the table 8.1 after discussing with your friends, teachers and parents. Likewise, we are moving from one place to place. Also in one place, if we are sitting or if we are sleeping, then also some of the movements we are doing. So in this way, animals are also doing some of the movements, and their movements are also given some of the names that you will study here in table 8.1. Bujo wonders about the movements in plants. Plants also move from not one place to place but by their own. You can see your leaves be moving, you can see the branches sometimes shaking. So this type of movement is also being seen in plants. He knows that do not move from place to place, but do they show any other kind of movement? Yes. See exercise 8.1. How do plants move from place to place? See, I have written already. I will give you the picture. See, cow. Cow body parts that used for moving from place to place. Which body parts is used for moving the cow to one place to one another, and how do the animals move and what the movement is called? Cow has a 4 legs, so it moves by its legs, and mostly it moves, so it walks. So the movement of the animal is walking and running. You can say that. Human also has a legs, but it has a 2 legs. It also can walk, and the movement is called walk, unless you can also run and jump. Snake doesn't have a leg, so its whole body is used for movement, and its movement is called slither. Now bird has a legs as well as wings, so bird can also walk and bird also can fly. Insects has only wings, so insects can only fly, it cannot walk. Fish has fins and tail. Special fins are there for swimming, so the movement is called swimming. It does not walk or fly. Cockroach has legs as well as wings. Some of the insects also have legs, you might have noticed it, and also wings. So the cockroach can also walk and can also fly. So understood table 8.1 and various movements of the animals and also the body part or the organ which is used for the movement for moving from place to place. Now see, walk, run, fly, jump, creep, crawl, slither and swim. These are only a few of the ways in which animals move from one place to another. Right? These are some of the ways in which they can move from one place to another. Why are there so many difference in the way that animals move from place to place? Why there is different? Because of their organs and the body structure is different. So because of that body structure is different, so the movement of the locomotion or movement of their body parts and from one place to another is also different. Why is that many animals walk while a snake slither or crouches and a fish only swims? Because of the body structure of their animals. Now see 8.1, human body and its movement. For in first topic you will study about human body and its movements. Let us look closely at some of our own movements to begin with. Closely notice and observe your movements just now only. That how you are doing, how you are walking, how you are writing. Before looking at all the varieties of movements in animals, first we have to closely look and observe ourselves. Do you enjoy doing physical exercise at school? Yes, in the PT period, in the games period, most of the time you do exercise and you also play games. How do you move your hands and legs while doing different exercise? Are you moving straight, correct way, in right posture or not? Maybe right. Okay. So walking, running, flying, jumping, creeping, crawling are some of the few ways in which animals move from one place to another. Let us try some of the many movements our body is capable of. Bowl an imaginary ball at an imaginary wicket. You can imaginary a bowl that you can bowl an imaginary wicket. How do you move your arm? Do you rotate it at the shoulder in a circular movement? Your arm is able to rotate in a circular motion from the shoulder bone, that is from shoulder, that arm can be rotated in a circular movement all the sides in a circular manner, like in a clockwise direction as well as anti-clockwise direction. Yes. Did your shoulder also move? No, your shoulder does not move, but the arm can move from the shoulder sides. Lie down and rotate your leg at the hip. Now the another activity, you have to lie down, rotate your leg at the hips. Likewise, as you are rotating your arm from the shoulder, that way you have to rotate your leg from the hip. Bend your arm at the elbows and leg at the knees. Stretch your arm sidewise. Bend your arm to touch your shoulders with your fingers. You can bend your arm and you can also touch your shoulders at back, at your front. Which part of your arm did you bend? Straighten your arm and try to bend it towards you downwards. Now you can also downwards also you can take your arm. And are you able to do it? Yes, all this type of exercise you are able to do. Why you are able to do? Because of the bones. Try to move the various parts of the body and record their movements in table 8.2. First, we have to just notice what type of movements are being done and you are able to do, and afterwards you can record the movements in the table 8.2. See table 8.2. You just observe just now as you are at home that neck rotates completely. No. Rotates partially. Yes, it does not rotate completely, but partially it can rotate. So you can take neck upwards, downwards, sideways, backwards. All the types of movements can be done. And bends, it also bends. Yes, it lifts. Yes, does not move at all. No, it can be moved. See, Now the second body part is wrist. Wrist rotates completely, no. Rotates partially, yes. It bends, yes. It also lifts, yes. Does not show any movement, it is wrong. It shows movement, so you have to write it here, no. Finger rotates completely, no. It does not rotates completely. It only rotates partially. It can also bend up and down. It cannot lift up. We cannot, and it does not show movement at all. That is not possible. It shows movement. Knee does not rotates completely. It does not also rotates partially. Also, knee does not rotate partially, turns. It bends, yes, it bends. And it does not lift up and does not show, means that it shows. So here you have to write it, no. Ankle does not rotates completely. Ankle but can rotates partially. From the ankles can partially rotates. It can also bend, but it does not. It can also lift up, and it does not. It does move. So you have to write it here, no. Toes does not rotate. It can rotate partially. It can bend, yes, and it does not lift, and does not move. Show movement, means it shows the movement. So you have to write it here, no. Head partially, it does not rotate. Partially also does not rotate, and head does not rotate completely also. From the head, neck part you can rotate the head, but head itself does not rotate. So it does not bend, it does not lift, and also when it does not show it movements at all. So it is yes. Head itself does not show any movement. Elbow, it does not rotate completely, it rotates partially, and it also does not bend. It does not bend, and it also lifts up, and yes, it can lifts up. The elbows can, and does not move at all, no. Arm, it rotates completely, yes. Arm, it also rotates completely, partially. It bends, it lifts, but it does not move at all, no. So here you have to complete a table 8.1 and 8.2 in your textbook only. Write it down in your textbook only. Understood the various types of movements of the different body parts that is in your body, that how it can be rotated partially, completely, and it can be bent or not, and itself it can move or not. You can also observe by turning some of the movements of the bones. See, bones cannot be bent. Why is it that they are able to move various parts of the body easily in various direction and some only in one direction? Why it is because of that? Because there is a different types of bones and joints. So because of that, some of the body parts can be moved completely, while some of the body parts cannot be moved completely, but it can be moved partially in one direction, and some of the body bones cannot be moved at all. So because of that way, in the variation of the joints that you will study here, that because of that it is possible that it cannot be moved all the ways. Activity 1: place a scale lengthwise on your arm so that your elbow is in the center. Ask your friend to tie a scale and your arm together. Now try to bend your elbow. Once the scale is been tied like that it is shown in the figure, like in the boy, are you be able to do it? Once the scale is been turned, are you be able to turn your arm that way? No. Why? Because it is being held by the scale and you will not be able to move the arm part, and because it can both be joined. Did you notice that we are able to bend or rotate our body in places where two parts of our body seems to be joined together, like elbow, shoulder or neck? These places are called joints. See students, walking, running, flying, jumping, creeping are some of the few ways in which animals move from one place to another, right? But it is because of that we are having a bones in our skeleton, in our body structure. But bones are hard. They cannot be bent at all. How many bones are there? There are 206 bones in our body. And also cartilages. What are cartilages? Cartilages are the soft bones. It is not as hard as a bones. It is located in some part of our body. They are soft and can be bent also. Some of the cartilages you can see in the ear, and also in the nostril you can see cartilages is also located in the ear. So these are the soft bone, but it is not as hard as a other bones. So it is known as cartilages. And the upper part of the ear is a cartilage. Cartilage is also found in the joints of the various bones. In the joints of the bones, the cartilages are located. Places where two parts of our body seem to be joined together, like elbow, shoulder, or a neck, etc., are called joints. When there are two parts of the body, that is the arm and in the two hands, if you look at the arm part and the hands, full hands, there is a two big bones, and it is joined by a elbow point, right? And afterwards the shoulder is there, and the arm is joined at the shoulder point. Then the neck bone is the head is joined, connected to the other part of the body with the help of a neck bone. So you can say that the two parts of our body are joined by a bone that is called a joints. Clear? There are different joints in our body. Not only one part type, but there are four types of joints in our body. That is ball and socket joint, pivotal joints, hinge joints, and fixed joints. That you will study in this chapter. Bones and cartilages forms a skeleton of a human body. It gives a frame and shape to our body and also helps in the movement. It protects the inner organs also. The skeleton comprises of the bones, joints, and cartilages. The bones are moved by the alternate contraction and relaxation of two sets of muscles. How are the bones moved? You already know the skeleton is made up of bones, joints, and cartilages. But how are bones moved? Bones are moved by the alternate contraction and relaxation of the two sets of muscles. Okay? Now see. What is joints? What is bones? That you have already know. Now see what exactly is joined at these joints. Press your finger against the top of your head, face, neck, nose, ear, back of a shoulder, hands and legs, including the fingers and toes. The hard part is called bones. Do you feel some of the hard pressing against your fingers? The hard structure are the bones. Repeat this activity on other parts of the body. So many bones are there. Bones cannot be bent. You already know it is very hard. So how do we bend our elbow? It is not one long bone from the upper part arm of our wrist. It is the if it is different bones joined together at the elbow. Similarly, there are many bones present in our body. We can bend or move our body only at those spots when bones are meet. Means in the upper part of the body to the wrist. If there is a single bone, we will not be able to bend our hands from the elbow, from the between. So because of when there is a joints, then at that part only we are able to bend our body, or we can create a movement of our body. Otherwise the body cannot be moved. There are different types of joints in our body to help us to carry out our different movements and activities. Let us learn about some of them. Ball and socket joint. I already told you what are balls and socket joints. These bones are joints are located in the hip and shoulder and ankle part, and it is a hip, shoulder and ankle joints. It gives a movement in a whole direction. Roll a strip of here you have to make a one activity to make a ball and socket joints. How it is being movement, and first we have to make a activity to you have to make a one actually one model you have to make it. Roll a strip of paper into a cylinder. You have to just roll a strip of paper. Yet here you can see a paper cylinder. You have to roll it. Make a small hole in an old rubber or a plastic ball. You have to take one rubber ball or a plastic ball which you are playing, and push the paper cylinder into it as shown in figure 8. You have to make a hole in a plastic ball. Then you have to insert a cylinder roll inside a plastic ball. You can see the P in the figure 8.2. You can also stick the cylinder on the ball so that it will not remove it. Now afterwards, put the ball in a small ball. Afterwards, you have to take a more bowl that it is yellow color, it is shown here. It should be a bigger size than a ball. Understood? The purple ball, the purple color is a blue color is a ball, and cylinder, paper cylinder, and a bowl should be a bigger size than a bowl. Afterwards, you have to just keep a bowl on the table. Put a ball along with the paper cylinder in a bowl, and afterwards you have to try to rotate the paper cylinder with a handle. You can see that you can easily rotate in a ball with the help of a cylinder in a bowl. In this way you will create a model of a ball and socket joints. Does the ball rotate freely inside the ball? Does the paper cylinder also rotates? Yes. Now imagine that the paper cylinder is your arm and the ball is as its end. The bowl is like a part of a shoulder to which your arm is joined. Now you can imagine the bowl is the shoulder part and the ball is the joints, and the paper cylinder is your arm. In this way, then the joints is created, bones are connected to the other part of the body with the help of a joint. That is a ball. Now in this way the movement is possible. The bowl is like a part of a shoulder to which your arm is joined. The round end of our one bone fits into the cavity, that is the hollow space. Cavity is always the hollow space of a bone that is inside the hollow space. The bones are there of the other bone is fixed to it. Such a cavity, such a joint allows the movement in all the direction. In this way the rotation is possible in the all the direction of your shoulders and elbows and hip bone also. Can you name another such joints you can think of recollecting the body movements we tried at the beginning of the section? You can also see here the example of is given of a hip bone. You can see here the leg part and the hip part, and the leg is joined to the hip bone, and here is also a ball and socket joint, and thigh bones are joined to the hip bone. So most of the time hip, shoulder and ankles have a ball and socket joint. Clear? Ball and socket joint. Now see pivotal joints. Pivotal joints, the joints where our next joint, the hands, is a pivotal joints. It is located in the neck part. Mostly pivotal joints, it is located in the between the neck and the head. It allows us to bend our head forward and backward and turns the head to our right or left. So it makes our hair bone. It is a partial. It gives you a partial movement only, not a complete movement, and it allows to one direction movement only. That is forward, backward, right or left. Try this movement, and how are these movements different from those of our the arm that can complete a circle in a way. So here we just complete our first part of our chapter. Other joints I will make you understand. I will teach you in next topic. Thank you.